Today we're going to be doing fixed asset note. We're going to be doing PPE and the full fixed asset note. So basically we're going to be back at our 2023 booklet. I know you don't have this, but please see look in carefully. I'll also attach a picture of this thing and you'll screenshot and then continue with the question. Right. So we're given a full question. This is actually a full question, and you're given a lot of required. You see, it has a lot of required. But I decided that we're going to be doing the fixed asset note only because someone did ask for this in particular. So we're going to be doing required D only. So, basically, that's what we're going to be doing. Let me put this a bit closer so the light is, visible. So, now let's start. We're going to be filling in A to T of this note, right? So for starters, okay, let's start. So they're asking you to calculate for A, right? So they're saying the company purchased land and building on the 1st of September 2019 at a cost of 800,000 and paid the purchase price cash. On the same day, 60% of the cost attributes to building and the balance is on land. It is the policy of the business to depreciate buildings over its estimate useful life of 20 years using reduced balance method. Now, let's start here. They told you that the addition of land and building was 800,000 and building had was 60%. And they calculated the 60% which is 480. You have two ways in which you can calculate this. You could say 800,000 multiply by 40 over 100 and get the value of the land. Or what you might also do is say 800,000 minus 480,000 and you'll get the amount. So one of two ways, right? So I think we should start with this side. Okay. So I told you there's two ways. You can say 800,000 multiply by 40 over 100 or 800,000 multiply no not multiply minus 480,000, and for both you'll get 320,000. So you choose the one that is best for you, but the answer has to be 320,000, right? So one of two ways. It doesn't matter how you kill the cat, as long as the cat is dead, we are moving. Okay, let me erase this. So I write 320 above that A. Okay, I'm doing this so we have space to calculate everything. So we have 320,000 that we calculated just now, right? And then your accumulated depreciation. Remember that your land and building doesn't depreciate at all. So not land and building, land, sorry. Land doesn't depreciate at all. This video is basically for first year students. I cannot say matric students because matric students don't think both land and building don't depreciate at all. Yes, you are taught that in matric. But then in first level, they tell you that the building depreciates, but the land doesn't. So, you have 320. So your accumulated depreciation will obviously be zero. Hence, the carrying value is 320,000. You see? Yeah, let's move. So you'll see they're also asking for accumulated for depreciation, and it will also be zero. And then for accumulated depreciation, which is D, will also be having zero, and your E will be 320,000, which is your carrying amount. Because 320,000 minus 0 is 320,000. Basically, if we had this in the exam, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 5 easy marks to get. And just knowing the principle that land doesn't depreciate, right? Now let's move on to F, which is building, under building. And they're asking you to calculate the accumulated depreciation for this, for building, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna firstly draw your timeline. I can't stress this enough. Timeline is the way to success. So started with the year, not the current year, the previous year, right? So you're gonna say 31 August 2022, 2021, because they said it in the current year is 2022, but we're starting it with 2021 to check how much depreciation did it accumulate over the years. And then you have 1 September 2020, and then you're obviously gonna have 20, this comes here, it's the same thing, right? And this comes here, but you'll have 2020 and here 2019. So they told you that this building was bought on the 1st of September 2019, meaning that from here, the first date of this second year, which is third year, previous third year, because we're counting the current one, this 2019 year, they bought it on the first date, meaning it depreciated for 12 months. So this question is absolutely and almost easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to say the gross carrying amount, which is 480,000, right? 480. And you're going to multiply that. You divide by, what is the useful life? 20, right? And then you're going to multiply by 12 over 12. Why don't we have a residual value for this? Because they did say your buildings do not have residual value. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna calculate this 480,000 divided by 20, and you have 240, right? For the first year. So for the second year, it was in our business, you're going to say 480,000 minus 240,000, because they said reducing, right? And you have 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, right? Then you take this amount, you divide by 20, and you multiply by 12 over 12. So you're gonna say answer over 20, and you get 22,800, right? Since we're calculating the accumulated depreciation, you add these to 2,400, 22,800, and you have 46,800. Now let me erase again. Before I erase, you know that this 46,800 is accumulated depreciation at the beginning. We're calculating this figure, this one, right? So obviously to get G, we're gonna say 480 minus F, and we're gonna get G. But let's do that now. All right, for G now, we have 480,000 minus 468, and then you're supposed to have 433,200. Right now, the next one, they're asking for H. H is your H there. Yeah, they're asking for H, and your H is your accumulated depreciation for the year. So for accumulated depreciation for the year, you take your accumulated depreciation at the beginning, you add your depreciation of the year, and then you get your accumulated depreciation at the end. Unless if there is disposal, or there is, yeah, if there's disposal, you'll obviously have to subtract that, but you, in this case, we don't have disposal. Yeah, so now for this, you're just going to take the accumulated depreciation plus this, and you get your age. So you're going to say they gave you this amount, 21660, plus accumulated depreciation, which is F 46,800, and that should give you 21660 plus 46,800. That gives you 8,460. Right. So now, uh, let's move forward. Now we have they're asking for your carrying amount, right? Your carrying amount will obviously be 480,000, the cost at which we had, minus the accumulated depreciation 68460 that we just calculated, and you're gonna say 480,000 minus answer, and you have 411540. Right now, oh my word, yes, that's your I. So your I is 411540. Now we're going to be moving to vehicles, right? Let me erase and put them in order, like move the I bottom here so that we have this side for vehicles. Okay, guys, we're doing J, right? Which is your additions. They're asking for additions of the vehicles. So now let's reach here. They're saying the company has purchased a new vehicle on the 1st of January 2022 amounting to 400,000. The cost price was, let's write the 400,000. Yes. The cost price was on the same date. The supplier allowed a discount of 10%. 10%. You see, you'd say I'm very lucky they gave me the 400,000 easy max. No, they say the supplier allowed you a discount of 10%, meaning you paid 90%. So you're gonna say multiply by 90 over 100. I think that should give you 360. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, 360,000. So the value of the car is 360,000. Remember this principle. Look if there's discount. How much did you pay for that vehicle? Doesn't matter how much it costs. How much did you pay? And you paid 360,000. And yeah, so your J will be 360,000. 360,000. Right? So let's erase again. All right, for K, they're asking for your depreciation, right? Depreciation of all the vehicles. So let's start with the one that was always there because they didn't sell anything. So we're gonna say 700,000, right? And then let's continue with this. It is the policy of the business that the useful life is 5 years, meaning everything will be over 5. And then um using the straight line method, the delivery vehicle has been estimated to be 5, residual value to be 5%. So, meaning you're gonna say 700,000 minus the 5%, or you could just say multiply by 95 over 100. But since this was there for 12 over 12 months, we're just gonna say multiply by 1. So you're gonna say 700,000 multiply by 95 over 100 over 5, and you should get 1 3. Oh, this is not the balance here because we still have something else to calculate, right? Then you look at the new vehicle. So the vehicle that they bought is 400,000. not 400,000, 360. We said 360, and you multiply it by 95 over 100, and then you put your 5%, and now you have to check the number of months that it was there. And they said it was delivered on the 1st of January 2022, and our financial year ends on 31 August 2022, meaning that it was there for 8 months. So you're going to have 8 over 12. So what you're going to say is 360,000 multiplied by 95 over 100 divided by 5 multiplied by 8 over 12. That should give you 45,600. So you take 45,600 and you add 133,000, and you have 178,600. Yes. So you have 178,600. So it's hot in here. Okay, now let's move on to L. Right. So your L, they're asking for the gross carrying amount. So you're obviously going to say your 360,000 plus your 700,000. 360 of additions plus 700,000, and you must have 10, right? And then you're gonna move on to M. For your M, you're gonna take this cost, you subtract the carrying value amount, and you're supposed to accumulated depreciation. You take this amount, you take this, you subtract this, and you're supposed to say 10600 minus 482,400. That should give you 577,600. Or what you could do is take the accumulated depreciation at the beginning, add your depreciation, you should get the same amount. Now let's move on to machinery. So machinery, the next one is N. They're asking for the gross carrying amount at the beginning. So you're going to check the ones that were already in the financial year, right? And it's this. So they told you that, I hope you can see. Pause the video and read this. I'm not gonna read it all out because of the video is already on 17 minutes. And yeah, so for this, you're going to check which ones are in the financial year this year that we already had at the beginning, and it's these two. So you're going to say 360,000 plus 100,000, and you're gonna have 460,000. Now let's move on to O. For your O, they're asking for the accumulated depreciation. So you say 460,000 minus your carrying amount, and 460 minus your carrying amount, and that should give you 225512. Yes. Please make sure you're going along right and you're understanding these things. If not, pause the video, because quality over quantity. Now they told you that they bought a new vehicle, right? And them buying it, they bought a new vehicle. Yes. We're gonna move on to MNOP. So your P, they're asking for additions. How much what did they buy, right? So they're saying was purchased during 2022. It had 606,500 units by the end of the year. So meaning this C is 180,000. So the cost will be 180,000, right? And then now we're moving on to Q. So Q, they're asking for the accumulated depreciation of your disposal. So how you're going to calculate it, you're going to say the cost of the one that is disposed, this one, you're gonna say 100,000 divided by useful life 20,000, multiply by the total of these two, the full, how much it has operated with. So that is 13,000, right? So that should give you 65,000, right? So uh now we're gonna move on to R, and we're gonna say the gross amount minus the accumulated, and then you're gonna get your R, which is gonna be 35,000, right? And then now your S is the gross carrying amount at the end. So what you're gonna do is cost at the beginning plus the cost of additions minus the cost of disposal equals to the cost at the end. So meaning that you're going to say 460,000, which is the beginning one, minus the one that we sold, 100,000, plus the one that we bought, which is 180,000. Can you see the? Yes. So now that should give you 540,000. And now let's move on to T. So your T, they're asking for the carrying amount. So you're gonna say 540,000 minus 259,500. And that should give you 280,500. So yeah, now we're done with the full PPE. I hope this video helps everyone out, and everyone who needs assistance, let me know. I'm dropping this video to assist someone who needed assistance with PPE. And yeah, all the best. I hope you learned something here. From me to you, it's seeing you in the next video, and bye.